In the heart of an old African village, where the evening breeze carried the smell of roasted maize and the talking drums told stories to the moon, there lived two twin sisters, Zalika and Amora. They looked so alike that even their own mother sometimes confused them. Both had the same deep brown eyes, the same bright smile, and hair as black as midnight. But deep inside, their hearts were very different. Zalika, the elder by just a few minutes, was gentle like the morning sun. She would wake before the rooster crowed to fetch water for her mother. She laughed easily, and when anyone in the village was in need, she was the first to help. Amora, her younger twin, was beautiful too, but her heart was restless and filled with envy. She loved to be admired, but she could not stand it when her sister received more praise than her. Each time someone said, "Zalika is so kind," Amora would bite her lip and think, "One day, I will prove I am the better one." One day, word spread like wildfire through the village, a prince was coming. His name was Prince Jabari, and he was searching for a bride. But he was not just looking for beauty. He told the elders, "I will marry the woman whose heart shines brighter than gold." Every young woman in the village began preparing. They braided their hair, polished their beads, and wore their finest wrappers. The twins were no different. Amora was determined to win. That night, as they lay on their bamboo mats, she whispered to herself, "If I marry the prince, no one will ever praise Zalika more than me again." The next morning, a hunched old woman limped into the village. Her clothes were torn, and her voice cracked as she said, "Please. I have walked for days. I am hungry and thirsty." Amora saw her first. She folded her arms and said, "Old woman, I am busy. Go ask my sister, she loves to act like the kind one." The old woman sighed and turned to leave. But just then, Zalika appeared carrying a basket of fresh yams. "Mama, please, sit here in the shade," Zalika said. She laid out food, fetched water from her clay pot, and even gave the woman a small packet of palm oil for her journey. The old woman's eyes softened. She looked deeply at Zalika, as if she could see straight into her heart. That night, while the moon painted silver paths on the village ground, the old woman returned, but this time, she was glowing. Her ragged clothes melted away, revealing a robe made of flowing water and shimmering shells. She spoke, and her voice roared like distant thunder. "I am Nyamara, the spirit of the great river. I came in disguise to test your heart." She turned to Zalika. "You showed kindness without knowing who I was. Your heart is pure. You shall be blessed." Then she turned to Amora. "You let jealousy guide your words. Your beauty may draw eyes, but your heart pushes love away." With a wave of her hand, Nyamara transformed Zalika's simple wrapper into shining gold cloth, her neck adorned with beads of coral and ivory. The prince, who had been watching from the shadows, stepped forward and bowed to her. As for Amora, Nyamara handed her a small round mirror. "Each time you look into this, you will not see your beauty, but the shadow of the jealousy you carry. When you have learned kindness, the shadow will fade." Amora stared into the mirror, and gasped. Instead of her flawless face, she saw herself with eyes as cold as stone and a twisted frown. She dropped the mirror in fear, but it reappeared in her hands. Zalika married Prince Jabari, and together they ruled with wisdom and love. The people adored their queen, for she never forgot the value of kindness. Amora, however, could not bear the mirror's truth. She left the village, wandering from place to place. In some villages, she tried to use her beauty to gain favors, but each time she looked in water or polished metal, she saw the same dark reflection. Years passed before she began to change. Slowly, she started helping others, not for praise, not to compete with her sister, but because it felt right. One day, while giving water to a thirsty child, she caught her reflection in the mirror, and for the first time in years, she saw her own warm smile looking back. And so, the twins learned what beauty truly means, for beauty in the face fades, but beauty in the heart shines forever. A jealous heart builds walls, but kindness opens doors that even kings and spirits will walk through.